The question we're going to ask our players and managers, for that matter, doing enough to help referees. More controversy last night. Before I get your view, Bentley, let's hear from the Wolves gaffer, Gary O'Neill. Left furious, of course, yet again at full-time. His side was swindled by poor officiating in their 3-2 defeat away at Fulham. After the game, he caught up with talkSPORT's Sam Matterface, was asked about the sheer number of decisions that have gone against his side this season.
It's impossible not to talk about it, isn't it? Because, I mean, I have to come out here and there's a load of interviews I need to do, and for me to not talk about those 4 incidents would be, it's not possible. So we have to talk about those. And I also have a responsibility to represent the club, and there's thousands of people there that have followed us all the way to London, have sung my name, stuck with the group the whole way through, and have to go all the way home with nothing because of bad officiating.
Are you expecting a phone call from Howard Webb?
I don't know what to expect, really. I think I had a good, honest chat in there with the officials, and I don't know how many points down we are now from PGM, MOL reviews. Obviously, these ones will be reviewed, and I say we're 7 or 7 or 8, whatever we are, 7. We'll go 7. So the difference it has on all those people's lives that support Wolves, the difference between being on 15 and being on 22 is huge. The difference it has on my reputation as a manager at a new club, at a big club, where I'm trying to make an impact, to be on 15 rather than being on 22 is irreparable. You can ring me tomorrow and you can say sorry. You can ring me tomorrow and you can stick up for the officials. You can send me a bunch of flowers. Whatever it doesn't make up for the fact that the team I'm in charge of and the team that those supporters follow around the country are 7 points short of what we should be.
Firstly, a brilliant chat conducted by Sam Matterface. Great answers as well from Gary O'Neill, being very honest there. You can feel his pain because I know that quite often we and pundits say, well, over the year, they level themselves out. But you do, at the moment, without any shadow of a doubt, after 13 games, you do feel as though Wolves have been treated unfairly, so unfairly compared to other sides with regards to VAR decisions going against them. And we saw that again last night. You could argue both penalties shouldn't have been penalties.
No chance. I mean, the first time I was watching it there on Kearney, Semedo's got the ball. He's got the ball first and foremost. How's that a penalty? And then watching the one there, I think it's Harry Wilson, goes flying across. There's an argument that I didn't think the Wolves one was a pen.
Yeah.
But no, these two, I don't see. And the second one, the referee's not even the one who gives it. It's VAR that intervene and go.
Yeah, that's right.
So, no, two real poor decisions. And I can understand his frustration because although I think Wolves will be fine because Wolves play some good stuff. And again, we've spoke about it before and we've said on this show that where they are in the league, points-wise, we feel that's false.
Well, he was saying they should be on 22 points. They're 12th at the moment with 15. 22 would put them level with Brighton.
Yeah, so I genuinely believe, and I agree with Gary O'Neill that they're points down. They haven't had the rubber to green so far. But it's the officiating again, because you talk about can the players do more to help? Like Harry Wilson, I guess, when he flies across and goes down, I understand that he's obviously trying to win a penalty for his team. But surely common sense, you look at that and go, that's not a penalty. The Semedo one with Kearney, I know Kearney goes down again holding his foot like he's been absolutely smashed to pieces when he hasn't, but at the same time, common sense, you look at that and go, well, Semedo's won the ball, so it's not a pen. So for me, 2 poor decisions again.
But you're going to ask players to, or we're asking the question whether or not players should be more honest, right?
Yeah.
To maybe give the referees and VAR a little bit of a break, maybe an easier ride. But, part of me thinks, they should. But the other part of me thinks, well, if you've got all this technology in front of you, you should be able to spot every single error and every single mistake. And every time you think someone's cheating and diving, you should be able to spot it. So do you think maybe the players and also possibly maybe the managers should do a little bit more to help the referees in the officiating or not? Yeah,
but I think that the refs and officiating will get more help, I think, from players and managers if they start to do the jobs correctly. Like, as you said there,
that's a good point.
I think... Like, players going down easily is not a new thing, by the way. This has been going on for generations. Maybe not so much back in the day. I'm talking about, I don't know why these guys spring to head. People like Hansen and Souness' era, maybe not going down so because it was bang.
Yeah, it was hard as nails back then.
Exactly.
You could 2 foot and you could tackle from behind.
Even when I first started as well, players would go down easy, but still they wouldn't get. It was almost impossible to win a penalty at some points with some referees. So I think now players going down easy is not a new thing, but I just think I look at the officiating and it doesn't take a rocket science to look at that and think, right, Semedo has won the ball. It's not a penalty. And even the second one where the defender kind of holds his hand up and Harry Wilson goes flying, they're not penalties. So I think that's what's frustrating all football clubs at the minute, because it is. I know it's going against Wolves more than anyone else, but it's happening to clubs all up and down the country. So it's one of them where you go, the more frustrated people are getting is because the technology is there and they're still not using it correctly.
What about after the game when a manager who has had a decision go his way, do you think a manager should come out and maybe say, do you know what, we got lucky there, that wasn't a penalty. I don't know how they gave it, but it wasn't a penalty. Do you think so or not?
Potentially, but it was... I get that, but it's almost a bit sarcastically, and it's a little bit...
It's
a bit facetious.
If you're a manager after the game, you're going, that's never a penalty, you didn't touch him, how on earth is that? Surely the flip side of that is, and I'm playing devil's advocate, the flip side of that is admitting you got lucky. Right? The penalty's been given, you've scored the goal, you've won the game.
You'll never get that. But what I would like, I know it will never happen, but what I would love to see, just try it. But again, even if a referee hasn't got to do anything in a game, like say he's not got to make any big decisions, still come out and speak after the game and say, I know, but just come out and speak
I
after
agree with you.
And go, do you know what? Yeah, today was quite smooth. There you go, done. But not.
But even if it wasn't the ref, someone that represented the PGMOL, so they're not caught up in the heat of the moment.
Yeah,
they haven't just ran about for 90 minutes or 90 plus whatever.
Yeah.
So it's someone that was there that represents the referees.
Yeah, exactly.
And evaluates what's happening.
But not only when it's bad decisions. I think you've got to balance it. So even when the referee's done a good job, come out and speak. But obviously, last night, what have they seen? And even goes back to the weekend, Martial, when they said he dived.
Yeah.
They booked him for it.
I know, and then they rescinded it. But like the programme, I think it's called, is it mic'd up, the referees? Mm-hmm. That's rehearsed. It's script. It's written. They've Howard Webb, Michael Owen have gone over what they're going to say. Michael Owen said, I'm going to say this to you.
Yeah.
It's too structured.
No.
I want it to be real. I want it to be real life. That after the game, either the ref or someone representing the PGMOL comes out and talks openly and honestly.
Do you know what? I would like them to have a few clips that even Howard Webb's not even seen.
Yeah.
Where they've got a few, right, we're going to look at this one.
They won't do that because they're under the spotlight so much, I know. Let's speak to Glenn. He's a Wolves fan. Hello, Glenn. How are you?
Very well, lads. Yourself?
I'm great. I'm very well. Thanks for coming on.
I bet he's fuming. Glenn must be fuming.
Devastated, right, Glenn?
I'm gutted. I'm a Wolves season ticket at home and away, and everybody's up in arms about losing 10 points, but they've done something wrong. We've lost 9 points this season, done nothing wrong. And you look at last night, and the problem we've got with officials at this moment in time, and I agree with both of you, Benty, once the referee gets the decision right, dissent goes. And if like first match of the season, if Ten Hag had come out and said that was a nailed-on penalty, we got away with one there, then people start to have support for the managers and the players. But you look at the VAR last night, and Keith Hackett summed it up brilliantly on talkSPORT this morning. Atwell is not a good VAR referee, and then he followed it up to say he's not a very good referee. And he was the one that gave a phantom goal at Watford back in the day. That went.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah. But the problem we've got at this moment in time is the standard of refereeing, and it's not a quick fix for Howard Webb. So what he needs to do is get some quality referees, like of Alan Wiley, Graeme Poll, Mark Halsey.
Phil Dowd.
Phil Dowd. Get them in the VAR studio. They've got no axe to grind. They'll give it as they see it, and then Howard can work on improving the quality of the referee, because the standard is atrocious.
Yeah. Glenn, listen, thank you for the call. Before I let you go, Wolves were my dad's team, so they're very close to my heart, so I'm going to hate asking you this question. But your manager, Gary O'Neill, said 7 points. You said 9. Where'd you get the other 2 from? At Old Trafford?
No, we'd have won last night because they had about 2 players.
Oh, I see, okay. I was going to say, if that was a penalty at Old Trafford, you've got to score it.
Well, we haven't missed one yet.
No, so. You would have missed that one. Listen, thank you for coming on. Glenn, have a safe journey wherever you're going. Thanks, pal.
Cheers. Thanks.
There you go. We'll take more calls in just a moment. I know lots of Wolves.
I almost
fans.
feel like we're stuck at the minute. Nobody's happy.
I think football, the game we love, with VAR, with sin bins, with games lasting 98 minutes, I think football is getting worse. All this technology, everything that's been invented to make the game better, is actually going backwards. Yeah, that's how sad it is.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.